Hello YouTube family, welcome back to Charmin's Kitchen, wishing you all a pleasant day. So guys, we came out for a morning walk and right in our own backyard we didn't discover that this place is here. This looks like a man-made lake though, is it?
I don't think it's a man-made lake.
So how we have these things here and it's like, maybe, I don't know, but we always go for morning and evening trail walks and we found this one right not far, I have to say, in our own backyard. And check out the beauty, the calmness of the water. Check these ducks coming towards us. I guess they think we have food to feed them.
Maybe we get a little boat from Canadian Tire and just paddle around in it.
I know, and as much as I like to feed these ducks, I don't do it because then they wouldn't know how to look for food on their own. And that's why
people do feed them, because when they see us, they start
that's why
to
they're
come
coming,
head towards
because
us.
people are feeding them.
So I see they're heading towards us.
Yeah, the whole line is coming here.
I think we come here to feed them.
Look at them. The water is so calm. And it's a beautiful sunny morning. You know, that morning nice sunshine that when it hits your skin, you know that you're getting some vitamins in there, eh?
Vitamin D.
Yeah, look how many ducks are here. They have a whole bunch over there as well, like all the way over there.
This is their habitat.
Yeah, and this is so nice. We just love the early morning peace and tranquility. There are so many beautiful wild flowers in here. Check out this really unique flower. No. The other one is over here. And this morning walk we saw what is it? A hawk? A big bird over there, along with Bobby. There's 3 of those yellow finches.
Yeah, there's lots in here.
3 yellow finches on that dry tree, and they're making a beautiful song. We had one right in front of us. One just flew away, and then the other 2 just flew away. And then there's the hawk or whatever is still sitting on that dry branch. So after that nice beautiful walk, I'm in the mood for some pine slice. And those who remember pine slice from back home, it was one of my favorite when I was going to school. Let's make some delicious homemade pine slice from scratch. So first of all, for the pine slice, we're going to start with making a jam. And I'm using fresh pineapple today. You can also use a can crush pineapple, or you can use pineapple jam to make the filling. I like to use fresh ingredients. So I'm gonna peel up this pine and I'll show you the process of making the fresh jam. After peeling the pine, I like to wash mine with a little bit of salt to get out the acid taste from the pineapple. I'm gonna cut it up into small pieces and then remove the core from the pineapple. Today I'm making jam with 2 pineapples because it's always handy to have. And you can quickly make a snack with pineapple at any time. So just removing the cores like this. You can cut your pineapple any way you wish. And then I'm gonna cut these up a little bit more. And I'm gonna puree these to make my jam. I'm gonna add these pineapple pieces to my blender and roughly chop them to make a nice rustic texture for the pineapple jam. You can also use a food processor to do this process, or you can finely chop it up with a knife before making the jam. To make the jam, we will add the roughly blended pineapple to a pan. As you can see, the pineapple is nice and chunky. If you like yours a little bit smoother, you can go right ahead and make it as smooth or as chunky as you like. So we're going to start preparing our jam, which is a very, very easy process. So pineapple is in. We're going to add some cinnamon stick in there. You can use cinnamon powder as well. Sometimes I like to use a cinnamon powder. And we're gonna add some clove in here. I will leave all the measurement in the description box below. We're gonna go in and add some brown sugar. You can add any sugar of your choice. And then we're gonna mix everything in. As the sugar is melting, the color will change to a nice brownish color. You can add as much or less sugar if you like. I like to use brown sugar. It brings out a beautiful color in the jam and a nice flavor as well. Our jam is coming along nicely, and as you can see, when it's nice and chunky, you get a beautiful finish with a little bit of a texture in there, and that brown sugar melted nicely and our jam have a nice color. I didn't add any water in here. That's just the juice of the pineapple and a little bit of the melted sugar in there. I'm gonna let it go a little bit more, and then we have to add some essence in here. We're gonna add our mixed essence in here. I like to put it close to the end, and then we're gonna give it another mix. It's almost finished. I'm gonna cook it for about 3 to 5 more minutes before I remove it from the stove. So our jam is looking good. What do you guys think? How about some jam and crackers? You can have this with anything of your choice. I love to have pineapple jam and crackers. And guys, pineapple is in season. When the fruits are in season, it's nice to make jam, juices, ice cream, milkshake, anything of your choice to enjoy it while they're in season. So you can bottle this up and use it whenever you feel like having some jam or even on some toast bread. So I'm gonna leave mine now a little bit on the wet side, because once this cool off, it's gonna get a little bit drier than this. I'm gonna let this cool completely before we start putting our pine slice together. Happy belated birthday greetings are going out to our dear sister Nalicia Sabir from your loving husband Darrell Sabir and your little cutie pie Joshua. Greetings are also coming from me and the entire YouTube family. So now that we already prepared our jam, we're gonna go ahead and prepare the outer layer for our pine slice. I have some all-purpose flour, some grated butter, I have eggs, nutmeg, brown sugar, custard powder, baking powder, essence, and milk. I will leave all the ingredients and measurement in the description box below. Let's get started. So we're gonna go in with our baking powder first, dry ingredients. So we're gonna add our custard powder. And then we're gonna go in and add some grated nutmeg in here, about a teaspoon or so. Freshly grated always go nice. And for the outer layer of the pine slice, it's pretty much like a cake, but not a spongy version, a little bit more of a firm version with the beautiful pine jam in the middle. And we're gonna add our brown sugar. White sugar can work as well. I just love my brown sugar and the flavor of the brown sugar. We're gonna mix all our dry ingredients together. That custard powder is looking beautiful in here. We're gonna go in and add our grated butter in here. This is just 1 cup, but it looks like a lot after I finish grating it. So now it's time to go in with my hands and really mix the butter into the flour. This dough is kneaded differently from when we're making sponge cake, but it's pretty much the same ingredients we're using. So I'm gonna try to really work in the butter into the flour, the sugar, and all the ingredients I just added. So this is the texture we're looking for. When everything is well mixed in, it feels like wet sand. And now I'm gonna start kneading my dough. I'm gonna quickly whisk up the egg before I add it to my dried ingredients. So I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow food coloring, just a pinch into the mixture. This is gonna give us a beautiful finish, a nice color on the outer layer of our pine slice. So we're gonna add our eggs and we're gonna start kneading this dough to make a nice soft and sticky dough. I have to go in with my hands for this. And make sure before I go in with any other liquid that I have enough moisture in here. And I love this color that I'm seeing, right? This is a beautiful, vibrant yellow that I'm looking for, that pine slice. Pine slice was something that I used to enjoy as a school lunch growing up. When I was going to high school, I would prefer to have a pine slice over my homemade lunch that my mom used to give me. Mom, if you're watching, please forgive me, but these were like sweet mouth snacks, and I can still remember the flavor of biting into one of those. So now that we need more moisture, I'm gonna go in with some milk. And we're gonna knead it until everything combined together. And my dough is coming together nicely. It's still a sticky kind of dough, as you can see, but very nice and have a beautiful texture. So this is ready here. I'm gonna leave it and clean up my counter a little, and then we will come back and show you how to do the next step. So Natalie is just greasing up a baking dish for me, and we're gonna use this to bake our pine slice in. So we're gonna add some flour on our surface, and we're gonna get down to this dough business now. So I wanna divide the dough into two equal parts, because we have to get a top and we have to get a bottom for the pine slice. I think this is good, right? And maybe a little piece more from this one. Yep. And we're gonna try to make it as rectangle as possible. So let me work with this a little. So we're gonna flour this dough up good because it's really moist at the moment. And we're gonna roll it off, but we still need a thickness on this dough. I have to get the length of my pan. So let's see here. And you wanna make sure that the dough is really nice and moist. I love this color that we got here. It's gonna give our pine slice a beautiful color. If you never had pine slice before, please remember to try this recipe. I promise you, you will love it. Your family will enjoy it. And this was something I had when I moved to Georgetown. When we were living in the countryside, we didn't have pine slice in the country. So for a lot of my country friends, if you don't know it, please, it's very easy to make. So this is going in the bottom. And we're gonna cut out some that's a little bit high up. So with my beautiful cutter here, we're gonna remove these pieces that's really high up. We don't need it to be that high. Same thing around the edges like that. You can use a knife to do this as well. I find when I'm dealing with dough, this works very nice for anything. So we have a nice bottom here. Perfect. So now we're gonna layer our jam, our pineapple jam, and you wanna put a nice amount so when you cut into this, you can get a beautiful, nice pineapple in the middle. We're gonna remove all the cinnamon and cloves that we made the jam with, because those already did their job. And we're gonna spread this out evenly. So I'm gonna use about 2 cups of that pineapple jam, so that can be nice and rich and flavorful. So the jam is well spread out. Now we have to put on the top to cover this. You want to get a nice thickness so when the pine slice is finished baking, it's gonna have a beautiful, nice finish. So we're gonna put our top part of the dough here now. Make sure that it's covered from end to end. I guess I did a good average here. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to cover from end to end, but I guess I did a good job here. If anything is not covered, you can always stretch it and cover up nicely. If you have a little hole, you can always patch it if you have extra, like I have some extra. And then all the excess piece, you can certainly cut those out. Just like that. And this is how beautiful it looks. This will go in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. You can always check it before it go over an hour. So I'll see you guys back when this is finished baking. Here is my delicious, beautiful looking pine slice. I just love that color that it came out with. After 38 minutes, depends on how hot your oven is, this is finished. I'm gonna leave it to sit until it cools down before we cut into it. And here is our delicious looking pine slice. We're gonna go ahead and cut into this thing here. Oh my God, I can see the pine jam is oozing out at the side. And I love that color that I'm seeing. Should we cut out the edges? Sure. I'm gonna cut out the edges and we're gonna eat those. So it's still a bit warm. And look at that. Yes, we're gonna do this. Wow, look at the color. Amazing, beautiful color. And here is our beautiful pine slice. We're gonna cut in. I already trim it up. We're gonna cut into it. And it is cutting so well. Ooh, check that out. Beautiful. Let me cut them up into small pieces. Nice, nice, nice. We need a nice cold glass of sorrel, which I'm making at the moment. And that's gonna complement this well. Come on down and get your freshly baked pine slice. And here is our delicious looking pine slice made to perfection. The color is just right. The jam is just coming through. I can't wait to dig in and let you all know how this tastes. I'm gonna take a bite for everyone. Those who love pineapple, you will love this treat as well. And here is my first bite to all the viewers out there. Thank you all so much for coming along with me and making pine slice. This bite goes to everyone who's watching. This is rich. It is delicious. It is beautiful with tea time when you're entertaining. It's even good for a kid's snack when school reopen. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Especially when you make homemade jam, it's gonna have the best flavor. The jam is not hidden. There's enough jam in here, as you can see. Perfect amount of jam. The color is absolutely amazing, and that cake like bread on the top and on the bottom. Natalie said it reminds her of a nice soft shortbread cookie, but there's like a sponge cake flavor, but it's not so spongy, and it have a nice firm texture. I'm making sorrel to go with it, but it goes perfectly well with a cup of tea. Thank you all so much. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys soon.